science and what modern science is discovering now was done much, much earlier even before the birth of Buddha or Christ. Because Einstein talks a lot about this, the stories and all these, he said, the principles of science that Hindus had discovered much earlier than now that the Western world is trying to imagine. I will generally begin my recitation with a poem on the Himalayan mountains, because Nepal is a land of mountains, and we have the top of the world, as you see, and all the tourists from all over the world come to see it. I was recently, a couple of days ago, in Colorado, and I was driving up everywhere. They were taking me to Telluride, Pueblo, and to Denver. But in my part of the world, there are no roads. So the mules carry the load up into the Himalayas. So as a way of introducing Nepal, I'll read my favorite poem that also David Oster loves. The poem is called Mules. And about the porters and animals who carry the load up into the mountains. Mules. On the great Tibetan salt route they meet me again, old forsaken friends. On their faces fatigue of a drunken sleep, their lives worn out, their legs twisted, shaking from carrying illustrious flags of bleeding ascents. Age-long bells clinging to them like festering wounds, beating notes of a slavery that modernism brings, cartons of iceberg, mineral water bottles, solar heaters, Chinese tiles, tin cans, carrot boards, and sacks of rice from the plains of Nepal Tarai. Butterflies of the terrace fields know their names, singing brooks, tempests of the breathless climes. Traffic alert and time-tested, they climb, carrying dreams of past peacocks, pamphlets of a secret religious war, filth of an ecologist trial seaman, entire kitchen for a cocktail party at the base camp, defunct development agendas of guilty donors, the vast weird visions lusting for an instant purge. Stone steps of the mountains embossed on their drugged brains like lines of a voted love scratched on the story crooks of the water spouts. Starry skies of the dozing valleys know the ache of their secret sweat. Sunny days along the crystal rivers taste of their bleeding eyes. And the greatest fiction of their struggling lives lost like real mules clattering their hooves on the flagstones, encircling the cruel grandeur of bloodthirsty mule paths around the glaciers of Annapurna.